This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shade 45.
Wake your punk ass up. That crust out your eyes.
Sway in the morning, Shade 45, man. I like speaking my heart and my emotions on the air live, Heather B, because I really don't give a damn no more at that stage of life. And there's certain individuals that need constant recognition, and the audience need constant reminders in this quick fix mentality that we've grown to become accustomed to. But here we have today. I remember when I first came to Sirius XM, and they were asking me to come for about a year. Reggie Hawkins was asking Paul Rose. Well, Reggie asked me first, and then Paul and Reef came on board, and I said, you know what? If I could come up here and be creative and do whatever I want to do and have whoever I want to have for the reasons I want to have them on, then look, I have no problem. I've done terrestrial radio for nearly 20 years, so I know that game. I know what they're dealing with. I know those politics. And I said, I want to launch it off right. Somebody who's going to personify what this show is going to be about. When we first started the Wake Up Show in 1991, King Tech and I, the first song we ever played was Live at the Barbecue, produced by Large Professor, Akinelli. Nas was on there. Nas had the first verse. And we wanted the world to know this is going to set the tone of what this show is going to be all about.
Right.
When I came to Sirius XM, the first artist I wanted to premiere the show with was Fabolous.
Wow.
3 years ago, because I wanted the world to know this is the tone of MC we want to set this movement off with. We weren't able to do it. Fast forward 3 years later, now we're finally able to do it. Fabolous is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Salute to you, Fab.
See, this is why Sway is the god, man.
Talk about it.
The intro like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know where to go, man. It just, me and Sway kick it even off air, and we've had numerous conversations about hip hop, about life, and this is one of the guys that I don't even just look at just as a hip hop guy, man. Like, I truly enjoy our conversations. I enjoy seeing you, man. It's always a bright moment in my day, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate even though this is my first time, I've been a fan of the show. I've been watching. I see what's going on. I've always been, rooting for you from home, from online, just watching it. So I definitely, am proud to be here, man.
Thank you, man.
It was just one of those shows that you want to do as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? This isn't just a promo run for me. You know what I'm saying? I always told you I wanted to come to the show. I wanted to come to the show when it was right.
Yeah, you said that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I always want our moments to be special as well too. So, I'm happy to be here, man. Just to sum it all up, I'm happy to be here and be on the show. And good, by you saying you wanted me to be here as one of you, as the first from you first locking in with this show, man, it just make it even more special, bro.
Well, absolutely, man. And one of the reasons, man, I wanted you to set the bar so high that it would filter out all whack rappers, would be like shamed to come up here, So because I could have used you as my poster child, man.
Like,
you're
the
not
bar,
just
once the bar is set, you either gonna jump over it, or you're just gonna be reaching for it.
Right. And you can't
Hit your head.
Get it.
You might fall and hit your head. I mentioned Nas being one of the first artists we played on the Wake Up Show. And I remember having.
When I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus.
Oh, man.
Man.
That lyric right there. And I remember when you were talking about recording Low Soul Way 2. And back then you said that you and Nas were going to collaborate. That never came out.
Yeah.
But did you guys end up doing something for that project?
We still in talks. One thing about me when I collab with people, I want it to be the right song. It's never on paper thing for me. It's never like I look at it and just say, yo, I want to do. There's two guys that I want to collab with before my career is done, and it's Nas and it's Eminem. And just because of where they mean, what they mean to me lyrically. Just I'm a lyric guy, so those two guys, just for me to do a song with them would, be my highlight as a fan of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And me and Nas, we have a really cool relationship. Just kick it back. We don't even be talking that much about the collab, and I like that because it builds the relation for you when you go do the song. You know what I'm saying? You kind of know what to move off. You know what I'm saying? you know, that's the vibe that you used to get back in the days when people used to go in the studio and vibe for a little bit, get some drinks, and you know, I've seen pictures of I don't know if Biggie and Nas had a real collaboration, but you've seen pictures of them in the studio, and that probably was them kicking it, trying to get to that place, you know what I'm saying, of doing a collaboration, and that's how I want. You know, we haven't sat in a studio and kicked it, but we've, you know, kicked it all around. We've been in the club, we've been at his shows, we've been backstage, we've been, you know what I'm saying, at dinner. We've done all of those kind of things to even build a relationship. So I think when we do that collaboration, it'll be a golden one.
That's going to be a banger. The one thing I like about you, too, is what he said. Is like when he hangs out with Nas, the conversation ain't necessarily about that. You could bring up any topic with Fabolous and have a conversation, you know, whether it's politics, whether it's fashion, you know, women, whatever the case may be. The conversation's like you talking to the homie. Right. You know, you said Eminem and Nas are the two people you like to collaborate with. We had Chris Rock up here maybe a week ago. Did you see Top 5?
I did.
Did you see my cameo?
I did see a cameo.
You know what I'm saying?
I did.
How you snuck that in there? Yeah, you saw me did some low. That was that.
It was
low
like a bounce pass. Yeah, it wasn't flashy around the back. It was just a bounce pass. You know, easy layup kind of thing.
You see me?
Thank you, man.
I did see you in there.
Pippin' and Jordan right there.
I mean, you one of those guys. If hip hop is in a conversation that you find a way to be in it because it's, you know, you so deeply rooted in hip hop. So, you know, I definitely, you know, at first I kind of didn't get why it was called Top 5 though.
Yeah.
I definitely seen the, you know, the Top 5 talks and the what's the name, but I was like, this movie goes so many different places. Yeah. But it was cool at the same time too because that's also back to our culture. That's a big conversation
all the time.
So,
right? So I want to ask you this. You said Eminem and Nas, you like to collaborate. One of the things Chris Rock said is we did this game, and he had to choose who he thought, and we would pit comedians together, who he thought was the top in those collaborations. And one of the things he said that I found really interesting, when the Dave Chappelle name came up, he said, "Woo, if there's any comedian that I fear to be on stage with or after, it would be Dave Chappelle. I'll still have to take him out, but he's the one I would fear."
Right.
Meaning not necessarily fear, but that he gives the most props. Who's that lyricist that if you pitted yourself against, who are those lyricists, like those 5 lyricists, if there are 5, that you go, ooh, I got to study my game right?
I think definitely Eminem and Nas would be two of that caliber. I feel like, you know, just because they're range too, you know what I'm saying? They could talk in so many, you know, Nas can get in his Escobar street Nas mode, and he could also drop a jewel on you. He could, you know, and Eminem he's just so uncanny with his wordplay and, you know, clever things that he comes up with, and, you know, it doesn't hurt that he's white, and you know, so that always adds an extra, you know what I'm saying, flip to his style, and you know, just those two in general, man. I think any of those guys, those two guys, I would be on my toes for.
You have to bring your A game, right?
You have to step it up.
What about the younger guys? You did the Blah 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 remix with Rich Homie Quan. You know, who are some of those younger lyricists that you think impress you?
I think Cole is definitely a guy who's will give you a run for your money, and you know, even you know, you like, I'm not always competitive on the track, but I also, you know, when I do songs with, I would like us to do the best song we can do together. You know what I'm saying? And as competitive to everybody else listening to the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do a collaboration and people look at our collaboration as mediocre in any kind of way. So, you know, it's a little competition within the track, but it's also competition against everybody hearing it. I want them to put on their headphones, woo, that Cole and Fab, or you know, that Drake and Fab. You know, Drake and Cole are, you know, of this generation, who I think is two of the top lyricists that, you know, are really about the lyricism and really about the delivery of what they're saying and stuff like that too. So I would give, you know, those two that nod. You know,
Fabolous is here, man. I want to play Lituation.
Oh yeah.
And there's a couple lines in the song that I literally went, woo.
Yeah.
You know, gave you the squingy face.
If I don't do that, I feel like I've done something wrong. I don't know. There's not many fabulous raps that you haven't heard one line that just. That's my challenge. You know what I'm saying? We as a rapper, you tell your story. A lot of times you're saying the same thing, but in different ways. And that's what my challenge is to find new and creative ways, new flows, new ways to say your lifestyle, what you live in, what you're doing, what you're on. And also make you, well, that was an ill line right there. And that's what it is for me. That's what does it.
You mind if I read a couple? It might be off a little bit.
Be my guest.
All right. If you want
any offness, I will get it back on.
Fix it, okay, for me. Thank you, Fab. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a movie, Get Your Goobers.
Yeah.
Now, y'all know what goobers are?
You a fan of goobers?
Well, man, from back in the day?
Yeah.
Truthfully, I really don't like goobers. But I know how much goobers went with when you go to the movies.
Yeah.
Goobers was one of the main candies at the movies.
Okay. Then we go, yeah, it gets deep. Get your scuba.
Yeah.
So scuba is a play on deep.
Right.
You know what scuba mean, right, Tracy?
Yes, Sway.
Okay.
Simple, but still wordplay.
But still wordplay, right?
Okay.
Now, this is where I got the swipers in the gun shop.
Yeah. So,
what are swipers?
Swipers are like these scammers who do credit card scams.
Oh, swipers. Oh.
So they're able to
Lenny S knew that.
do credit card swiping. And, you know.
Oh, they racking up.
Okay.
They going on a shopping spree at the gun shop.
Those are the guys who go in those stores and, you know, to get things. And then you can get those things for half off and good numbers.
You want to know a swiper every now and then.
Swipers are your friend at these times.
Now, look how timely this next line is. I got the swipers in the gun. Okay, it gets deep, get your scuba. I got swipers in the gunshot. I got shooters. I got the shooters in the Uber.
Yes. That's just like current because Uber right now is so big. And when you say Uber, you know what that is. But to have the shooters in the Uber?
Ooh, I never heard that.
That's scary.
Okay.
That's scary and convenient at the same time. It's just but the convenience of that is just, you know, and the Uber man might not even know he got the shooters in his Uber.
The Uber man might be the shooter too.
But if you charge the Uber to one of the swipers' credit cards, you don't get to trace.
You don't know what's going on.
It's so many layers.
It gets deep. Get your scuba, Sway.
Okay, but here's the line. Like, I was smiling at this point. And then this was the line that took it all the way home for me. Everything brand new, Lord Jamal, Grand Pooba.
Yeah. See, that's like you got that might have went over the young guy's head.
Yeah, that did. That's only for a select few.
Yeah, that's just for the guys that really know what's going on out here.
Yeah. You want to tell them? Let's educate. It's good to educate.
I mean, yeah,
Grand Pooba,
Lord Jamal and Grand Pooba were in a group called Brand Nubians. So the play on that is everything is brand new, but Lord Jamal and Grand Pooba were in Brand New. Yeah. And I mean,
this
they could
science,
figure it out
man.
now.
This is science. They calling me Fidel Castro Cash Flow, and the link came from Cuba.
Yeah, that's the Cuban link.
The Cuban link. The link came from Cuba, and he had the Cuban link on.
It's real.
All right, Team Plastic.
Yeah, these are facts. These are not just lyrics.
Rhymes. They not just rhymes.
Not
right?
just story.
You could wiki this.
Okay.
These are facts. These are all facts.
All right. Okay. Team Plastic, like the ass shots.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't even got self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Plastic Glock 9, get your ass shot.
Right.
Anybody need help with
Sway,
that?
you wanted to be a rapper so bad. Yo, Sway get excited saying other niggas shit. I love it. You see, Fab,
You
that
don't
shit
do that,
is
though.
dope.
All right, we going to play Lituation right now. You want to talk to Fabolous, 888-742-3345. Sway in the morning, Lituation. I said it earlier, there's nobody more clever than this lyricist right here. Fabolous has joined us, the young OG.
Just a big kid that likes to play with words. Big kid rapper.
The project comes out on Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas Day. It'll be available digitally. iTunes, Google Play, Amazon. Yeah. Christmas Day, man. I kind of developed this I saw a void that, music has slowed down coming out in fourth quarter, December and stuff like that. So I started releasing these mixtapes. So either I did one last year, the Soul Tape 3 on Christmas Day, and I did Soul Tape 2 on Thanksgiving. So people started looking to me to have these projects around this time. So this time, I thought I gave y'all enough free mixtapes. I had to come back with, just give your boy a little $10 this year, and
Yeah, man, I got you, man. I could
donate to the
$10
cause.
on you right now. I got 10 on me.
I mean, I would take. I don't want to do it to you on air, but I would take it.
I ain't mad at that. The concept. I remember being at the Barclays and you were telling me about this concept.
Yeah.
What's the concept? What's the motivation?
Well, it was. It's like themed, influenced, inspired by the '90s.
Yeah.
That's kind of the golden era of hip hop for me, and to me, it was a golden era of a lot of things: fashion, the hip hop culture, and, the branding of, hip hop moguls. To me, you know what I'm saying. I think all of that came within the '90s, and but musically, it was a great time for hip hop. It was diverse. It was gangster rap. It was backpack rap. It was flossy rap. It was, whatever your cup of tea was. It was you had that flavor. You know what I'm saying. And with this project, it came about because a lot of people were sending me beats, and a lot of ideas and stuff just started coming from those beats. And some of the beats sounded kind of '90s vibe. Some of them had little excerpts or samples. Some were actual flips of '90s records. So I got so many that it turned into its own project. It kind of created itself, you know what I'm saying? And I was working on Loso's Way 2, but this ended up coming out of Loso Way 2, and I decided, well, since people are already waiting for something to come this December or November, and we just we took a little bit of the attention off of Loso's Way 2, focused on this, and we got it up.
What's interesting about you, which I was telling Rich Homie Quan when he asked me who had the best verse on blah, blah, blah. And I had to
shout out Rich Homie.
Yeah. And he was really excited about working with you. And I said, if you listen,
he's on a project too. Yeah.
He's on this.
Yeah, he's on a project too. Okay. Not to cut you off. Some of the stuff, but being that it was so '90s, I didn't want to date it. So I had a lot of the features. I used a lot of guys from now, and I kind of fused the '90s with 2014, kind of so to say, just so that it would take us back down memory lane. And also we could vibe to it, but it will also educate the younger generation as well, because they could look at a song or hear a song and see where the vibe came from. They could, if it was a flip, they could look up and see like, oh, this Chris Brown and Fab joint was really Uchi Wally. Yeah. From '99. You know what I'm saying? So it educated them at the same time. They could get some good music out of it. Wow.
And that's what's interesting about you. You're one of the rare artists who. You're kind of an anomaly in a sense, enigma, because it doesn't matter what era you're in, you're always fresh and current.
Yeah, you can't be stale out here.
Right?
Stale and crusty is never the look you want to you want to advertise. That's right. Not the look,
But you adjust in a way, even on that Blah 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 remix, I can hear the style adjustment to fit who you're rhyming with and to fit the exact sound. So you're cognizant of that, right?
I appreciate that. Some people want me to rap like Breathe on, booty shake music, and it just it doesn't work. You have to alter to what you're doing, it's
you don't want to breathe on booty.
Nah, you don't. You don't. Your face shouldn't be that close to
any booty. Okay.
Anyways, so Fab, obviously we all have such a strong admiration from you because you just have this never-ending stock of punchlines, of verses, of flows. But
Thank
you know what really, you're welcome. You know what really made me say, I want this guy to be my homie?
What?
Twitter.
Oh,
because
man.
now in 2014 you see Twitter beefs not just with rappers but with comedians, with actors. But when Twitter was still like the premier spot to see what your celebrities were doing, you were putting a lot of people in their place.
09 to about
2010.
2011, I was a good Twitter guy to follow. I was
Twitter
really
king.
I was really on my Twitter shit back then.
Let me give you an example. Anyone that just wants to go back in time. I remember you had like a 48-hour long tweet tirade with Soulja Boy.
Oh yeah.
And you started this trending topic, hashtag Soldiers Coke Habit.
Wait, hold up, man. We prepared a whole thing for this before you go into it, right? Didn't we? Yeah. Okay.
Citizens, get ready, because the Twitter King Fabolous is going to give you a tutorial on how to win Twitter beefs.
Do you know what beef is?
Right now on Sway in the Morning.
You know what Twitter beef is?
Yes, I want to do tutorial. That's why I was like, let me just give an example from the past. But since you're like the original Twitter king, I wanted to give you some examples that maybe like an artist or an actor, whomever, may deal with on social media and how they should respond to it.
Right.
So say, for instance, a peer is attacking you on Twitter. What route should you take?
A peer, like your friend, or?
Well, someone that's in the same industry as you.
I mean, truthfully, I guess you could have some fun with it. That's what I really used to do. It never was like actual beef with me, even though some other guys would take it. Like, I never like threaten people on it. Like, I never been like, yo, when I see you, boy, it's on. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Because that was corny to me. Man. It's like advertising it. If you was really gonna do it, you just gonna see them and do it. So, I think you could have fun with it. Even the Soulja Boy thing, I've had some that seemed like beasts, but it was really just, you know, jokes to me. It wasn't, you know, I never was. It never was. Anybody should have been scared for their life or anything like that.
Because you saw Twitter as just another source of entertainment.
Yeah, you know, it's you don't want to get disrespected, but at the same time, you know, just like regular people who are just on there, you know, they say anything. They have your @name. They have the, you know, I guess their opinion or you know, or their voice, and they could say it. You know, certain people are sensitive to, you know, what everybody says. I've become, of course, very nonchalant with Twitter and not take everything so personal. You know what I'm saying? If you a person that takes people's talks personal, you're gonna have a problem with
on Twitter. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, now what about if it's like a chick that gets at you? Like, remember in 2009 when you had that little thing with Joe Budden and Somaya Reese?
Oh yeah. I don't even know what that was over, but it was just, you know, it's just be jokes for me. Like, it was like hashtag fun then. Like, it wasn't really serious. I didn't really even know Somaya Reese like that. You know what I'm saying? So I know Joe, you know, I think she said something or something that, you know, just rubbed me the wrong way. And I don't like really like disrespect people. So I don't you know, kind of tolerate people just saying anything about me, because I just offer the same respect that I, you know,
that you put out.
Yeah,
right. But in hindsight, should a man even go after a chick, or is it just like equal playing field?
Yeah, on a joking side, why not?
Are you planning a Twitter beef against Fabolous? Like, you
damn, son,
she would win right now.
You tired? Okay.
We got
a few callers. Patrick from California is on the line. Say what up to Fabolous. Go ahead, Patrick.
Fab,
what's going on? What's up, bro?
Man, hey, you've been putting out music forever, bro. Everything's always been a classic. I'm from the West Coast, man, and I've always been rocking with you. From Ghetto Fab to all the whole genre that you've been killing on this, man. It's just been beautiful, man. And I just want to say that I appreciate you always coming down, putting down quality music.
That's
you know
love,
what I'm
man.
Sway, you hit the money on this one, Sway. You know what I'm saying?
I've been whack up until this point, dog, but now I'm batting 1,000, man. Megan, good morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Say hello to Fabolous.
Hello. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Megan.
Well, I was just wanting to let you know, first of all, I was always a fan of your music. I liked your commercial stuff. So
Appreciate
my husband actually introduced me to your mixtape, and I fell in love. That's all I listen to now. So I was just wondering, are you going to be doing a soul tape pretty soon, or?
I kind of wanted to end the soul tape series as a trilogy. I mean, I know a lot of people have, you know, it's got a following, and people would love it to go on forever. And have like Saw movies where they just like Soul Tape 8, you know what I mean? But I kind of just I felt like a trilogy of it would be cool. I may revisit it, you know, later on and maybe do something special. But you know, I don't think it's gonna be a Soul Tape 4.
Let me ask you this, man, because I remember when one of those times Jay announced his retirement. I don't know how many years ago that was, but we were all just, you know how.
Come back playing the 4-5. It ain't to play games with you.
right?
Yeah, that
was right.
The encore.
The encore. And we were like, well, who's going to be the next? You know, because in New York, it's always the king of New York.
Right.
You know, and everybody, a lot of us was like, that's fabulous.
Right.
That's his role. I remember talking to you about this on Rap Fix on MTV before.
Yeah.
But did you ever want the crown, or do you ever felt like you had the crown, or?
Here's how I feel. Like, you know, Hov is an icon, not just, you know, to New York, but to hip hop in general. You know, he's done so much. From an artist standpoint, from a businessman standpoint, I of course, you know, he's a king, but I look at the king in New York now where, you know, I don't know if it's the king of New York, but there are kings of New York.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel I'm in that category of kings of New York, because when you look at the stable of New York, you put, you know, Biggie, Jay, or whoever, you know, Diddy and Nas, and, you know, these are kings in New York, and I'm, you know, putting myself in the place of those people because of, you know, my track record, what I've done, how impactful I have been for New York, or, you know, throughout my career. There's certain things of those people who have had that I haven't had, or things that I've had that they haven't had, you know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it as me just, you know, wearing the crown as the king of New York, but I definitely feel I'm a king of New York. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense.
Who right now
Right.
could out-rap you from New York?
It's not many guys capable of doing that right now.
Exactly. You know. All right. You know.
I mean,
if someone want to step up and say they can, you come up here and say
they
that.
can meet me at the Plaza Hotel if they feel.
If they feel, you know, bulky right now.
I got work for them.
Got something for them?
Yeah, I got work for them.
I don't know. We had a moment like when Fab first walked in. He humble, as he said. He doesn't give out that energy, and I stuck my hand out. I said, "Hey, Heather." He said, "What's up, Heather B?" And it was one of the reasons I remember instantly why I always loved Fab. That 90s vibe. He knows his history. He knows his stuff. He talking about Christmas. He talking about being the king. I just need a freestyle. I love you. I mean, I do, but I just want to hear you spit. Like, I mean.
I don't think Fab has ever spit on.
I just want to hear you spit. Like, I mean, that's it for me. I got all the other stuff, like and you a Scorpio. I get everything from you. I read your bio, your wiki. You told me to check your links. I did all that.
Okay.
I need a verse.
You said okay. You said oh shit. All right. What we doing?
Shout out Maul on the beat. Yeah. Some Sway in the morning.
Let's go, baby.
We don't play in the morning. Yeah. Yeah. On some real, I just want that. Look, I've been down this road before, made it through with no detour. Where I'm from, we go to war. Not them tweets at Soldier Boy. Load up mine, you load up yours. What we need them soldiers for? Ride like I ain't rode before. I changed the name you know me for. You know me for girls at the house, facts of life. Never Hollywood, I'm not about that act of life. I barely ask at all, never had to ask him twice. It's just however do you want it, then it's back to life. Don't call my phone when she come home. Nigga, ask your wife, I killed the pussy, she come back to you in the afterlife. You wanna share your thoughts? Okay, just be mindful that. Click, click, bang, ain't nobody got time for that. Sweet brown shit, on some sweet brown shit. Lord Jesus, it's a fire when I heat down shit. Letting people, man, oh man. Real shit. On some real shit.
Spitting that shit.
Man.
Send her back to life. You caught that way? However do you want it?
Man. It was about to get a little deep right there.
You want to keep going?
Nah, let's just.
Okay. Let me tell you something, man.
Wow.
I think that's the first time we've ever done this, man, on the radio.
That was the first time.
How'd it feel for you?
I think I was a little scared of that last line I was about to say. I was about to say, letting people take advantage of me is not my style at all.
Yeah.
You rather ask Bill Cosby for a Tylenol? I think I was. That line was just it choked me up because Bill Cosby was like my Black American dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was your father figure. So when I came up with that line, it kind of hurt me a little bit.
You hurt yourself.
Yeah.
For the sake of the lyric.
Man.
That's
what
real.
I was gonna finish off with.
Yeah.
But
Self-inflicted.
I thought about Bill, and it stumbled me up, man. It just.
Damn, man, you got a heart.
My bad, Bill. My bad, Bill.
You said that about
I
Bill
love the Cosby Show, man.
Damn. You too, man. First it was Beverly Johnson, now Fab.
Nah, the Beverly thing kind of made it real for me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't gonna, a lot of things came about, but when Beverly came out, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. I think that happened for a lot of people,
the
right?
nail in the coffin,
Yeah.
I think. I do.
Man, look, fabulous, man.
Thank you, sir.
Wow, for real.
Nah, man, you got to come back
sir.
too, man. The young OG, when Loso's Way 2 come out, man, make this a mainstay.
Yeah,
It's your home, and then, and then next time it's your show. We'll run it. You could co-host whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Okay, however you want to do.
Y'all heard that, right?
You could co-host it, and then
I never heard Sway offer anybody to co-host if I'm, you know.
Mike Tyson.
Oh, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
That's a different dude.
Yeah.
And Mike is funny without even trying to be funny. Like,
Yeah.
He's just one of them guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was a pleasure, man. It was a pleasure. I watched the show all the time, man. I came in my polo today because I remember that Kanye, it ain't Ralph, so I had to make sure I came with some 90s polo on, It's all Ralph, Kanye, it's all Ralph. You know what I'm saying?
And it ain't no Ralph, though.
Yeah.
Make sure somebody wearing it.
Watch that a lot. Christmas Day, right?
Christmas Day. The Young OG Project. Download that. You can pre-order it now as well and get 2 joints. You get Lituation and Ball Drop featuring French Montana.
Yeah, hit Fab on Twitter as well, man. Tell him you heard him on Sway in the Morning, man. Thank you for coming by.
Yes, sir.
And don't forget, $100,000 is yours. We're doing this contest called My One Shot. Fabulous, where we, me, King Tech, Crooked Eye, partner named Mike, put together $100K. And we're going to give it away to the artist who completes
give away $100K?
$100K. Just no strings attached. There's no deal next to it. If you want an if you want a record deal, we're gonna offer them that too.
Oh, so it's like $100K to help them further their independent.
Yeah, well, it's $100K to put in their pocket if they win this competition to do whatever they want to do.
If they're a smart artist, they'll put it into
their own craft, right?
Yeah.
MyOneShot.tv. Make sure you sign up, and maybe you could win $100K. We made a big announcement. RZA is one of the celebrity judges. Help me out, Heather. Scarface, T.I., Charlemagne the God, Tech 9. Who else I said?
Drama,
DJ Khaled. And the list goes on.
Yeah, that's
hip-hop.
all.
Hip-hop.
It's hip-hop.
Okay. All right.
Let me ask you one quick question.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of battle rap, hip hop?
I came in the game with battle rap, but you talking about the style that's being done now? Yeah. I hosted the Total Slaughter battle rap, and I am a fan of battle rap, but what I'm not a fan of is people who take someone else's exact style and don't do anything to innovate it, change it, switch it up, so on and so forth. So it becomes repetitive,
right,
and almost monotonous to me.
Right.
So it gets to the point where in some cases, if you see one, you've seen them all.
Right.
But in the cases like someone like Arsenal, it's a couple guys out there.
Yeah, there's a couple guys that got their niche, their unique style, and it becomes like almost like wrestling. You know how it was Hogan and this Macho Man.
Yeah.
They have their own styles. I like the unique styles too, rather than somebody who, I think the unique styles stand out too. Those are the leaders of it. Versus
the ones who's copying, right?
Right.
But you know what I'm tired, and I'm tired of this. I take the shotty, boom, 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 boom thing,
They acted out.
You don't like that Sway?
Boom, 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 boom thing. What the fuck is that, man? How many times have we seen that before, right? You whack rappers. Nah, I'm just kidding. Why do you? So you like the guys who?
I do. I like the battle rap platform. I like, but I like you said, I do like the guys who have made a name for themselves off their style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's. I think those styles have even brought battle rap up. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a small thing that you might see online or you know what I mean. But those styles made you love, that person, and then the engagement of them against another style. You know what I'm saying? So
Joe Budden did it, and I know Crooked Eye and Joel Ortiz were contemplating doing it. But I think if you entered that arena, we just saw Cassidy.
I don't think that's my lane.
That ain't your lane?
I seen Joe do it too. I think people cross where like being like, you know, having bars with that platform because you think just to have bars would guarantee you a win, but it doesn't. It doesn't just guarantee you a win. First of all, as a professional rapper too, you not saying you can't win, but you have a lot against you going in that platform too, because it's not where people always say, "Oh, that's where I started." Yeah, but you now to the world, that's not where you start. Like that's not where you are. So you going in now as the famous underdog, kind of sort of say. So you have to overachieve even to be back on playing field. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
And Joe, I think, you know, he has bars, so that's why I think he jumped in there. But people were already like, nah, you're not, especially against Hollow the Dawn.
Yeah,
you're not gonna win against Hollow the Dawn. And if you do win, those gotta be the craziest 3 raps you might have ever written in your life. You're not gonna win with mediocre raps.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing for a rapper who is professionally known as a rapper to jump in that world against. And then the fans of it are a little more attached to battle rap too. Like they want you to go down for you coming in our steel cage. You think it's sweet over here? They, you know, so you gotta show and prove to really jump in there. Not that I'm scared of it. I just don't think that it's, you know, my lane. You know what I'm saying? I think that I like the guys and what they do. I like even artists. You know, I think that's a way of them, I guess, sharpening their sword, so to say, and getting in there and doing that. But it's not going to be a lot of good outcomes for them.
All right, $250,000. Would you do it?
Nah.
Okay,
not.
damn, you must got a lot of money. All right, Fabolous, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Fabolous, the young OG.
I still had to think, you know, $2 million
for a second. I'll be battling my ass off.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shea 45.